All right, so this is the time where I talk about how I began scam. This was almost 3 years ago. I wanted to create a business and I was out on uh digital e-commerce because on the pandemics I and before I was like really excited about buying online and shopping online and doing e-commerce. So during the pandemic I actually focused a lot on learning about e-commerce and what this was becoming because of the pandemics. So I learned a lot about it, but later on, 2 years after, I was looking for ways to like actually create a business, online business, and to like get profit on it, but also like I didn't care about the investment because by what I have learned from previous experiences and people, I knew was going to need some money actually to invest. So, whatever. I just find out a person on the internet, which I met on an app that doing friendships around the world and all this stuff on pandemics was totally, I don't know, mm, like in you know the new fashion way to make friendships was by the internet. So I met this person by an app, and I don't know why she like started talking to me about that she was running an online business, a shop, and she was from Asia. And uh, she showed me and all the stuff about her shop, and I said, "Oh, I am actually like thinking about doing a online business in a shop." So whatever, like there was the click between that person and me. So I got she showed me and teach me how to actually do a business on the platform where she had her own uh online shop. So I got scammed because after that I opened my, I create all the like shopping stuff and the profile. It was extremely simple. So I just did it like nonsense, like, okay, that's fine. Like, who cares, Um, but I was doing a freaking experiment over there. So at the first time, I thought I was not going to sell anything. And I was there just for the experience and to learn and to, yeah, see what comes from that. So then after that, like uh the first night passed and I made like 15 sales. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I think there were like 15 sales or 5, 10 sales. I don't remember exactly, but like I sell something and I was like freak out, like, oh, like this is actually a thing. And then the next day I sell another amount, and the next day another amount, and the next day another amount. And I was like, whoa, this does work out, and I didn't care anything about how the sales were doing all the stuff. This was like drop shipping or something similar. So yeah, I had nothing to do, just manage the sales, check on what's going on, check that all sales were delivered and that they arrived on time, on the addresses, all this stuff. Like no big shit. Then I was putting on my money and that's it. So after this thing started like selling more and more and more, I was like, okay, how am I going to deal with all these sales of product that I have to um patrocinate, so I have to pay to the provider, to the dealer, and then to so that the product could be sent to the client. So whatever. I got scammed. Like these uh people were continuously asking for more. Like this platform was always selling a lot, and I couldn't manage those numbers of sales, those numbers of money, So it was kind of well done, and for some other part it was not so well done. So there were red flags that were seen there, and these red flags were like, okay, well, this is like, I don't understand how it works, but it can result on something good, whatever. So I just keep like asking for money to people, so I can like manage the business, and so I can sell all the products, and I can like keep running the entire shop. So after this, I asked for some bank, how would I say, credit, or yeah, credits, and my family members did. So like all this thing came across because like they knew it. They knew my family members. Some were like suspecting, others were like totally in. So whatever. I just did. And later on, I realized way later, months later, that I keep like running that shit and working on my career, on my job, and having three jobs actually. And also like, you know, keeping that thing. So after that, I just like, there was a point where I said, I can't continue with this. Like I was burnout like for 10 times, really. Like it was horrible. Stressed out because of my job, stressed out because of the business, stressed out because I was working a lot, stressed out because I was like not sleeping well because of the business and my job and all that stuff. So like I was tired, and then I said, okay, I'm going to continue with my job, which is what I can keep here. Like I was living in another city and whatever. So I can keep the job, all this stuff, and continue with my career like normal. And then just give up the business, and I'm going to talk with the people from the platform, which I always talk to, And I could say them, tell them, I don't want to continue with this anymore, so I am out, like give me my money and just retire all the money from there. So there was when everything started, uh because they didn't want me to give me back my money. It was like investing in something and you don't get anything in return, neither your capital and saw the, like, you know profit. So I talked to him. They were like, oh no, I can't. You can't, like, to do this you have to have zero pending sales to manage. So but I was like, okay, I have to stop the shop and I am going to deal with the pending sales. So I just figured out a way to uh deal with the pending sales because I had no money to invest more, and also I had no time to continue with this, neither nor time, neither like people to support. Like my mom always told me like, oh, I can help you with to manage the business, and I was like, yeah, but it's in English, like, mom. So whatever. Anyway, so I said, okay, I'm done. Like, I already make a great profit because I had my balances, the money that I invest, how many times it worked there, like investing in buying stuff and selling, and all the process, and I knew how much profit was going on there. So this is the first thing I actually decided to, like, make me sense because I could, like, make profit, and also it was a good profit, but like, well, it had to work and it took a bit of time, but not uh as much. So I said, okay, I'm gone, and I deal with the sales, and they said, okay, when I took rid of the sales, they just said, you have to pay this, and that, because you sold products in Asia, so you have to pay taxes and you have to pay la 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 la. And I was like, so you have to pay taxes to the government, and I'm like, I'm not there. I live in the other side of the world. Like, who cares? So I knew nothing about doing e-commerce in other countries, so whatever. And to other countries. And yep. So I decided, like, to, they say you have to pay the taxes, blah, 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 blah. So I had some money that, from my job, that they paid me some bonuses, let's say. And I had an amount of money that was, like, quite good. And I said, okay, well, I have this money. I'm going to pay you the taxes and give me my money back. Because I was doing, like, just pay the taxes from the money that I have invested. Don't pay me the amount that is from the taxes. You pay the taxes and you pay me the money, like, just do like that. But they didn't. So they were saying, like, no, you need to, like, actually do it personally and all this stuff. So it was like, oh, it was such a crazy. So yeah, mm, I paid the money for the taxes, and later, I paid the money, and that's it. So they didn't, like, wanted me to pay my money, or yeah, pay my money. So after that, they say, okay, so where's my money? Like, just transfer my money, okay? And they didn't. And then I asked for more money that I have to pay because I didn't have capital, more capital to invest in the sales, like, just continue with the cycle. like buying, selling, and profit. Buying, selling, and profit. They said like, okay, well, as you stop the freaking shop, fake shop, that an amount of months, like you are going to pay for like a punishment and amount of money for punishment. So like, and it's like, where was the contract? Like, where was this in the agreement, in your rules? Like, where? So they just asked me to do that. It was crazy amounts of money, like really, really crazy amounts of money. Like it was shocking. Like every time I my family would ask me, "Oh, how are you doing with that freaking business?" And I'm like, "Well, they asked me for like 5,000, $15,000, and I have to pay it in Mexican pesos." So it was like, what? And that was the last time they asked me for money because I didn't pay it. And I said, you know what? Like it's been like a while and a month trying to get my money actually and my profits, and I don't see where the shit these people are going to pay it, or when, like when are they going to pay it? So whatever. So I just like try to continue the contact with the people from this uh place, because I wanted to like keep the contact to see if later it can be useful for for a lawyer, for a research, investigation or something, to so I can actually like get their shit, to get them caught. So after that, I just realized that maybe this was an scam or no, I don't know. So I continued and I said, okay, I don't have money, I don't have job, and blah blah blah. I started like saying many things, like acting victim, and I was actually a victim, but just telling him that they're telling them that I have no more money. Okay, like stop pretend that I'm rich. Okay, so after that, I was full in debt. I am in debt still. I was full in debt. I was complete scam. I was paying a lot of like money on debt and almost surviving. So yeah, I started just focusing on paying my debt and stop there like the business or trying to crack them. I look after some lawyers, most of them who were like specialized on scam, apparently specialized in scam. They were like, this is too difficult. Like this is something that it's going to be very expensive, first of all, they say, and it's going to take a lot of time. Like most of the types of scam are very, very difficult and almost impossible to solve. Like because they were from a specific country. So they say the scams from this country are like very difficult. So it's going to take a lot. So just look after. I asked there, I asked to, sorry about the noise, like motors here, things like they are cool by being noisy. So, yeah, they were like, just go to the strike to the government from this country, and just ask them and tell them that, oh, so keep all the information. Thank goddess I had a lot of screenshots from this fake website or platform, and I had a lot of the all the screenshots from the transactions and from the oh I saved when I started realizing or suspecting that this could be a scam. I just saved all the chats of WhatsApp and emails and all the stuff. Like, I just save it because I said, I don't know if this is going to help me get my money back, but if I don't get my money back, at least these people is going to jail. At least they 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 deserve to be in jail. So I just sent them to a lot of organizations and I haven't got any response. But I just like start looking at organizations. Some were from the FBI, others were from the United States, where others were from like international organizations, like from no country. They were just like trying to reach information. They receive any information that people could have like suffer a scam, and just to know and to have like mm, get information to how scams are being started and how people is being like get on a fraud. So whatever. I just sent them. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to take my money back. These people is just scammers. So I continue like texting them and like trying to pursue them in a way that they can pay me at least some amount of money, but they didn't pay me even a penny. So I started like talking rude to them and telling them that they were murderers and that they were scammers and that they were going to hell and all this stuff. So it didn't work either. But at least like I let them know that they are doing bad. So yeah, several times I just like got all the shit and cuffed, and yeah. So this is how I got scammed. Now, uh what's been from then till now? Like, what I've learned is that to do great business, sometimes you don't need to invest a lot of money. It's not necessarily, that's what some of the things that I have got from that experience. Like, depending the type of business you were in or you're trying to have or create. So maybe you will require some money, but not like have $1 million. So just a little bit like that. You don't need like a six-figure capital to invest or to start business sometimes. And I wouldn't do a business that require me to pay or to invest money. I rather invest time and energy. And yeah, I know money is energy and time is energy now, but I would rather invest other thing that actually money. Number three, I have realized that what some entrepreneurs and CEOs and owners from company always say, that do not invest your money. And at least it was something that good that I did. One, because I didn't have money, and two, I didn't have a high score at the bank to like get a big credit on my name. But like big amount, high amount of money. So after that, I just like that was good because my name wasn't too affected, hasn't been too affected. And I keep working, and I just paid all stuff with my salary, which has been hard, but at least my name wasn't like, legally I'm not broke. I'm broke because I'm paying, you know, this debt, but my name is not legally broke. Number three that I have learned, I was in that moment, my emotions were in a low state. I was super vulnerable. I was quite desperate energy and pick me energy in a sense of money and economics. So I just like uh try on and an experiment result on letting me broke for the next 5 years. So yeah, so I um it was a bad experience, but that was the thing, like I was broke, but or I'm broke, but I'm not like, well, I don't like to say I'm broke when I am actually broke, but whatever. Um and yeah, so like I don't tell people to like do things that they don't know or that they don't uh really understand. And number 4, I have learned to be more, how could I say, more aware of how I spend my money and how much I make money. As I have debt and I have, well, to live, like this has like pushed me to reach higher, responsibilities, our career, higher levels of work and career paths that maybe I haven't necessarily explored, maybe if I wasn't in this like position of having to do that. And because my needs need to be met, and my needs include paying my debts. So yeah, number 5 is that uh you know I feel like this is the most difficult times in my life after yeah, after my mom healed from cancer. So the before, I always thought that the worst time in my life was when my mom was diagnosed with cancer. And thank God it wasn't so dangerous for her and for the rest of the family. But uh, this this experience has shown me how strong I am and how courage I am also. But like it has shown me that I don't have to let anything nor anyone let me down, because if I'm going to give my power to money because I'm in debt, like, okay, I'm in debt, like I can pay or I pay whatever, but I'm not going to give my power to debt, neither to money, neither to random people that scam me. There was a period of my life where I was in, because of this situation, I was so desperate. I was anxious, like I have really anxiety, what's the panic attacks? So I was like freak out and alone, completely alone, and I just realized that what the fuck are you doing? You're letting freaking like scam people take all your power. Like you can't. You're alone, you're here, you have to survive, you have to be healthy, you have a work to do, you have a career, you're young, you have life further, you have people that support you, you have your family, your parents are so worried out there in your hometown. Like, why the hell are you going to like let you down just because you were scammed? And that taught me, like, you have to face it. Like, if I was scammed, I have to face it. Like, yeah, I was scammed. What's next? Not getting scammed again, and not like not, and learn from this and teach or share the experience with other people so they don't get scammed either. uh so yeah, that's what I thought. Like, my power is not in my career, my happiness is not in money, my happiness is not in only in health, being healthy. My happiness is not only by having a career or an amazing job or working at an amazing company. Like, my happiness, my peace, and my, sense of life has to be in me. So, you know, there are many people there that could do and do horrible stuff, but you cannot like achieve to like let that people influence on you. And it's really, really hard when you're like, damn, I was scared. And my family was freak out. My mom especially was freaked out because she awared me, but she supported me. Like, she's like, okay, I think this is not good, or maybe, I don't know, I'm afraid, but okay, I'll trust you. And I'm like, hell no, don't trust me, mom. Like, I'm just you're older than me, like, come on. But anyways, um, I I'm taking full responsibility of it, and I'm just like, you got on this, you solve this, and if people can help you, you have to receive. And that's the next part of number five, number six or five. I don't know. I think six. I have to learn to receive. When people knew that, some members of my family knew that I was in this situation, they offered help, and um it's the way they can help. So it's the help is still, let's say, pending, but they are like all in, like, okay, I have this, just take it and solve this. So or try to help you out. So it's been hard for me, and I haven't achieved this part, but I have to learn to receive advice, receive help, receive money, receive you know um any type of help, like moral support, receive help from my psychologist. Like, I really went back on therapy after 1 year of being, or two, I don't remember, of not being in therapy because I was like, I just finished what I have to heal back 5 years ago. So after this situation, this experience happened to me, I had to literally go back to therapy. Like, I was, because of my anxiety levels, and because of my depression, and because my stress at work and all the stuff. So, and because of depression that I felt with my family. So this scam thing, actually, chili, what are you eating? This actually helped me, like, yeah, learn to receive. And I haven't learned to receive yet. Like, this time I was like, because that help from my family members haven't come fully, um I'm still like thinking about, like, when this thing's done, like, like the purchase of this property and all this stuff. Like, I don't want it. Like, just take it. Like, don't help me. Like, I can deal with this. And it's a sense of in me that I have always had since I was teenager, I think, or even child, because I I learned to hide myself like a turtle, like Kelvin, and to solve my stuff, and mostly to not get into trouble. But this time I got into trouble, and that also freaked out my family because I was like the one that was like correct and following the rule and all this stuff. And suddenly I just decide to be an entrepreneur and don't care about, didn't care about nothing. So uh, I still have to learn to receive. And it's not that I don't want to receive, it's because like sometimes I don't like people to like, like talk about it so loudly. Damn, bless you to myself. Sorry. Um, and later I decided that maybe I should just receive and own it, like fully receive because it's part of it's a feminine skill, and I think I haven't developed that. I always, for how my childhood was, for the way that my parents, my mom educated me and raised me, and from what I've learned as a child, like integrate as a child, I always feel like I had to earn what I am and what I have. So, and actually I have to earn help, or I am not able to earn help or own help or own anything. So this was number seven, something that I they came out and have to heal during this process of healing in my with my therapist. And yeah, you have to accept, you have to let it go, you have to let other people help you. And this was also like a important part for my family members, for my parents, because I was always like the one who always could. Can you do this? Yes, I can. Can you? Yes, I can. I never said no, and I never said yes to me and said no to others. I always said yes to others and no to me. So it was horrible when I realized that all that I have done and I have achieved in my life from any age to 2 years ago, it was because of other people. Like it wasn't because of me or for me, it was for other people. I wanted to be successful for other people. I wanted to be the rich auntie because of other people. Like nothing that I did and accomplished was for me, for my parents, for the sake of my family, to help out others. And I realized I was so people pleasing. I was so like pick me in many ways. And I was so like trying to earn anything, earn the love, earn the help, earn whatever. And with this experience and the therapy, I realized that no, man, you don't need to earn it, especially from your parents. I felt a big debt, emotional debt, with my parents, and this, to say no with my to my parents, like they want me to help them out with something economically, financially, and I couldn't because I was in debt, living alone, living abroad, and like working my ass off. And I had to say for the first times, no, I can't. And they were freaked out, like, oh damn, you can't. Like, why you say you can't? Like, you don't say you can. I'm like, I can't. Like, I was really like down, really, really, really deep in a hole on earth. Like I felt like that. And I was like, I can't anymore. I can't do this. And I can't help you. I'm sorry. So yeah, I start to put another layer of limits, And these like push them out to be a little bit more like a parent, and also like they push them to like act and also try to help me out. And like they were like evolving and healing other issues since then. So that was the number 7 or 8. And another thing that I have learned is that, and this was hard, but this is that anyone can be scammed. We are very, we are, we all could be in that position if the environment and the ways and the time is the required to happen. I talk about myself like I was very on vulnerable position. I haven't worked in some aspects of my self-esteem, on my personal love. I haven't like done a lot of things. I haven't healed some things from my family, my parents. So I was actually seeking to be that entrepreneur, like to just try on to be an entrepreneur. I always been on entrepreneurship, and I'm an entrepreneurship career profile. But like I was just like tired. I'm tired of being an employee. Yeah, I like to be an employee, but I also need to do my shit, and I have like a life um calendar, life plan about like having my business before getting married and before having children. Like just do, I don't know. I have a freak life life plan that no more matches. So yeah, I was in that was always in my mind, and I was in that state. And there was some information that matched with the information that I had then on, and I just like just just did it. I just dig in and do the experiment, and the experiment result in what is the result. So I no more want to do that. It's something that I will definitely have to heal, but maybe the time and the process will come after. But I definitely have to heal. It's something that I will have to heal sometime. Like to leave that fear about investing money and create a business or invest money in anything. After that freaking you know thing, I was even afraid of doing bank transfer, like money transfer, like sending money from my account to another account. Like I was scared, every time I had to do a transfer to even a family member, my mom, my siblings, that I have done many to them, and it's completely safe. I was some anxiety came out to me in panic, like, and I luckily was conscious about it. I realized, and I became conscious, and I work on through therapy, and it was part of a trauma, and now I have healed that, thank God. So yeah, the number 9 was like, don't feel bad about being a scam, like you're not stupid, because that I thought that, and some people made me feel that, like how they think I'm super smart, but how I was being a scam, and how they trust me, and how they believed in me, and all this stuff. So, and everything resulted in a scam. So yeah, I over, I said that, like, don't feel bad, you're not stupid. because I was like, oh, I'm so stupid. I became scam. How? What the shit? What the heck? So no more. I no more feel scam. I just feel like any people is vulnerable, and there are many types of scam. There's people that Chili. Sorry, the dog is peeing in the freaking garden, and mom's gonna get mad. Yeah. So, I'm not scam. I'm not stupid for being a scam. I just had an experience, and it's been a really, really hard experience, but I have learned a lot of things. And um at the end, this have sent me to a more spiritual and, you know, self-aware, and I have healed things that probably this was the way that I was going to heal them, and now I'm no more afraid of being like broke. I am no more afraid of having X amount of money, small amount of money. I can live from, you know any amount of money. I know, like, I have a budget and I have responsibilities and yada yada, but I'm no more driving by earning lots of money, or driving by being rich soon, or becoming as successful as my mind tells me. I am just, if I'm going to get rich, I'm going to get rich. Like, in my entire life, I had felt that I'm going to be rich, because that's the eventually consequence of, like, that's what I think is the consequence of my lifestyle and my inner work and all this stuff. And I believe in that. And I believe that I am meant to be that type of person. And another thing that I have learned is that I'm no more like, you know, um surprised. I don't know how to say surprised, or like, how could I say it? I no more feel bad to other people that is suffering, because before I was like, yeah, I feel bad, empathic, but before I was like too empathic, like I was almost feeling bad for other people that were suffering, or from anything, from anything that they were suffering. So, um I have lived very difficult situations, and this has been one. Thank God I'm healthy. Thank God I don't have like a dangerous illness that I have to be in a hospital, not that type of health problem. Neither no one from my family. So I'm happy about it. I feel like I'm really lucky, and I think that's rich. I feel like that's rich, just enjoying your life, enjoying your time, enjoying every step that you take, enjoying being with your family, having your family enough to live and enough to be healthy. Although I believe that there's more there to like enjoy, and that's really important. But this all only comes when we are ready, and I wasn't ready at that time, and that's number 10. I wasn't ready to earn uh what I meant to earn. I wasn't ready. I haven't had that structure and that balance in life, and that, like, I don't know how to say, yeah, that structure to like contain all the success that success that I thought I was having, which wasn't success. And it literally made me feel afraid, so I'm no more afraid to success, neither afraid to be like a failure, because I have failed and I have succeeded a lot of times, and I think this is life too. Also, sometimes you succeed, sometimes you fail. It can be in working environments, in your career, in your financial, in your lifestyle, in your relationships, and it depends on what is succeed for you and what is a failure. And for me, this has been like not failure, just a lesson. And it's been pretty hard. I think it's the hardest lesson that I have ever had. But when I think about them before, that time, 3 years ago, I 4 years ago almost, I am no more the same person. I am a totally different person from them. Like, I'm no more that naive. I'm no more that people pleasing. I'm no more that less like low value self-esteem. I'm no more that, you know, pick me living in a hurry state. I am no more that crazy wearing female, like sometimes I get worried a lot, especially when I freak out. But now I try to take like control, but release that emotion, and I just try to relieve and feel that all solutions come to me. There are always solutions out there, and I'm a freak engineer, and I always think that we solve problems. And I say, okay, if this is a problem, there must be a solution. And there's a solution for any situation or so-called problem. So yeah, I just trust that there are full solutions like available to me for any situation. And that's what uh that's where I like to keep my mind and myself. So I'm even more objective, and I don't feel surprised anymore. Not for money, not from business, nor from a person that comes to me and says, "Ooh, I'm the best human in the world." Like, all right, show me. I'm the show me woman now. I literally haven't I literally not trust any human now. I just trust me sometimes, and I do not trust too much because I'm human and I have done mistakes too. So I just trust God. And I say, okay, like, God, this human comes here and tells me that he's the best human in the world. Like, if it's like that, you show me. Oh, this job, this person that's interviewing me saying that this job is amazing, and the company is amazing, and I'm going to have to, earn, and I'm going to be a successful professional here. Like, if it's so, please show me. And yeah, I'm a show me person to situations, to people, but not for them to show me, but to God to show me. And God shows between or towards the situations and the people. So, yeah. So, this is what I have learned from being scammed. And what I'm doing after that, I have lost contact with these people and they keep my money. So the last thing that probably I could do it, I don't know if it is going to be worth it, but my mom once told me, I think yesterday, she told me there is no war, no, there's no worse. I don't know how to translate because she told me in Spanish. Uh, there's no worst war than the war that is not fight. Um, yeah, I think something like that. So, um, some months ago, actually last year, I sent a requirement for the um government from my country and Mexican government, and they were like, to do a advocacy. I don't know how to say it. To demand legally, like go to the federal institution to just say them, and to say them and to do what's according legally, and to like for them to help me do a weird how would I say it? Cyber, I don't know how to say it. Uh getting like uh to do a research like virtual or cyber intelligence, I don't know, cyber intelligence research, I don't know, to look out for these people. And um I am resisting because sometimes I think that maybe it's not worth it, or maybe I should just move on. Or sometimes I think like I should do it so at least they have the information, my information, and they can just figure out what's going on out there. So that's it. Probably I'm going next week. And yeah, so never believe what other people tell you. That's what I would say. I have learned this like from many ways, from several situations. Like, don't believe in words, especially people that you don't know, and even the people that you know, and even people that love you. Don't believe in their words. Believe in real cash. Like cash, and believe in papers, documents. I'm actually thinking about doing a master on law because believe in law, God, lots of God, lots of the universe, but also believe in the law of your country, believe in the papers, believe in the cash, real cash, believe in documents, not in people's words. Like if a Dusty comes and tells you, "Oh, I'm rich," you can't believe that person. If someone comes and tells you, "Oh, you're stupid," you can't believe that person. Does that person know you? No. Does that person is a psychologist and has done a test to you so they can call you stupid, narcissistic, or egocentric, or whatever they say? So no. So even if it's your family member, even if it's your mom, your dad, your siblings, your spouse, your partner, your best friend, like, don't believe them. uh yeah, don't believe in people at your work. Don't believe in people that is going to hire you. Don't believe in people that promise you blah blah blah. Do believe in Dusties that want to like date you and get you pregnant, or that want you to give your money away or your body away or your life away. Like, don't believe them. Don't believe in any shit, believe in documents for this world. And for the universe, believe in the universe of laws, loves of the universe, and to God, whatever is God to you. And believe in law. Like, that's it. Like, it's the only thing that that can like make you feel sure, like it's the only thing that can actually help you out if you're ever in trouble. A paper, whether it's a relationship, a marriage, a business, an investment, a, you know, club, a job, a contract, you know, papers. Ask for papers and keep papers. Whether it's physical, digital, if it's physical, take a damn photo of any paper that you sign or any paper that someone gives you. If you sign, keep the papers. If you sign them, like, don't sign anything that you haven't read and that you don't understand. And if you don't understand because you're not a damn lawyer, just go and Google or ask a lawyer if you know someone, you know, a friend or a family member, like, I need help out, or like pay someone that can actually like help you to understand what the hell the contract says between the lines. Read the small, 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 tiny letters. Don't sign if you haven't read all the paper. If people is like pressuring you, like putting pressure on you, like sign, 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 please, sign, sign, sign. Like, don't tell them. Okay, okay. Well, I need to read it, so I'm gonna take my copy and I'm going to read, and tomorrow I come and sign if I agree. And yeah, like, don't sign anything that you haven't read, because if they don't let you, if they don't give you the right to read whatever you're going to sign or they are asking you to sign, it's probably a scam, or they are probably going to cheat in any way, or they're probably doing something not legal or doing something in bad faith, like they acting in bad faith but making it legal by making you sign that paper. So I'm going to talk further about that experience, but just trust your gut and believe in reality, like real people, real friends, real humans, and no fake profiles, no fake twisties, no fake social medias. And just be aware and be careful. Be very careful. And I hope this helps you out. And if you're like um living at this situation, just text, put in a comment, uh go on therapy, ask for help, try to figure it out if the law of your country can help you, if a lawyer can help you. And don't feel bad about being a scam, because this is happening in many ways more and more times in this time. They can scam you to get your iPhone. If they steal your iPhone but don't know how to unlock it, like they can like call you and give you a random website that looks like Apple website, or iOS website, and just to get your information. And if you're desperate enough and you're in a psychological situation, you're going to be yeah, you're going to go through, and you're figuring out you got scammed. So And don't be desperate. Work on yourself. Be self-aware. Be doing our work. And don't believe in anyone. Just believe on paper. Okay? Paper and cash. And God, of course. So, thank you so much for watching. So much for watching. And I'll see you later with another story. Bye bye.